Hey there, and welcome back to another episode of JRC TV. Today we are focused on the difference between progress and perfectionism. Okay, I want everything to be perfect for this episode. How's my hair? Is it perfect? My smile? Perfect? Am I in the right position? No? How about now? How about now? Is this perfect? How about now?
It's about progress, not perfection.
So first we're going to identify what are all the great things that come from focusing on perfectionism and what are some of the downsides. We're all then going to focus on what are all the great things that come from focusing on progress and any downsides that exist. And finally, we're going to give you 3 simple steps to immediately create even more progress in your life and business. So let's get started. The first part we're going to focus on is perfectionism. What is it? It's that person you hang out with or that part of your personality that wants everything to be 100% absolute perfect. Now, if you've ever been this type of person or know someone who's like this, you realize that no matter how good it is, it never feels good enough. There's always one fine-tune or adjustment or something you could have done better or something you need to do or something you can do that always feels like it needs to be different than what it is. So what we found is the upside is it causes you to push for the absolute best result. It causes you to put your best effort forward. It causes you to always challenge yourself to grow. And it causes you really truly to show up and give your all every chance that you can. Now, what are some of the downsides of this perfectionist type mindset? Well, we found through a lot of people we've worked with and surveys we've done that people feel incredibly stressed out, overwhelmed, frustrated, and even that feeling of inadequacy no matter how good they do. I mean, they can have an A++ and they feel like, well, it could have been done faster, or it could have been done better, or I could have done it with more elegance and grace. They're always looking for these things that need to be different than what actually happened. So people who are focused on perfectionism tend to not experience life as it is, but they experience life as they think it should be, which always creates frustration. Now let's move to the second part, which is a mindset based on progress. What positive things do people experience in this progress-based mindset? Well, I'll tell you. They always feel like things are getting better. They feel like everything's moving in the right direction. They feel like no matter how much or how little they've accomplished, that it's in the right direction, and therefore it's always going to eventually add up to what they really dream about. Some people call these people a little Pollyannish because they have such high hopes of the future. I call them smart and intelligent. Because if you look at the downside of a progress-based mindset, what is the downside? Well, it might take a little longer than expected to get to some of your goals. It might not be perfect, but it's always improving and getting better along the way. And besides that, we haven't really found any other downsides. So, how do we get you to transition from a perfectionist mindset to a progress-based mindset? Here's 3 tips. Tip number 1. The very first thing you want to do if you want to transition from a perfectionist mindset to a progress-based mindset is start focusing and looking back and identifying all the progress you've already made. Now that sounds pretty simple, but take time to review everything you've done in any category of your life, whether it's your health, your fitness, your finances, your business, your relationship, or anything you really focus on. Take time to look at everything that's already gone right. No matter how small or how large the progress is that you've made, take time to identify it and write it down. That way you can then do step number 2, which is to celebrate and appreciate the progress you've made, to really give yourself some credit for how far you've come from where you started. Now, step number 3 then is to identify other areas of progress in any area of your life. So you can choose whatever area of life you'd like to grow in and get some better results and identify what are some areas of progress, things you could do better in. Now what's interesting is when you do it this way, instead of thinking it should be perfect or should be a way it isn't, you actually enjoy the process of improvement. You enjoy the process of growth. You enjoy the process of progress. So, in today's download, we give you a couple questions to help you identify if you're in a progress-based mindset or a perfectionist mindset, then how to make the transition and how to amplify your progress-based mindset. Make sure to grab a copy of today's download and make sure to focus on the progress. We hope you have an amazing week and look forward to seeing you next week for another special episode of JRC TV.